fight fans. This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunched Boxing News, and this is the UK edition of the New Year's celebration countdown. Hello, my UK peeps. This is for you guys. Let's take it in stride. I gotta pick up some stuff. Let's see. What's up, Kurt? What's up, Stuart? Oscar Hednal, Mama Lou, Andreas Martin. Hello from 2025 to you guys who have still got a bit of 2024 left. Absolutely. How about, let's see, what time is it? Yeah, over 6 hours. We are Marty McFly. We are Doc Brown. Man, the traffic's crazy. Because we are back in time and you guys are in the future. You know, it's crazy, man. This big planet we're on, celebrating different times. You know, in the States, a lot of people, you know, they enjoy 2 New Years. So let's say you're in New York, you watch the ball drop, you then, in return, thank you, then in return, fly to LA, which is technically about 3 hours. I mean, you could get there maybe an hour and a half, 2 tops on a jet. And you can celebrate New Year's again, right? And I always thought that was pretty fascinating. You know, enjoy New Year's twice in 1 year. Wow. You know? Skrilla 50 in the building. What's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. Whitey McCrackerson back in the building. Where you been? 2024, you are here for some more. And 2025, we are all the way live. That's what 25 is going to bring in. In 25, I'm going to hit it like a Rambo Green Beret soldier. Okay? Simply based off the fact that there's going to be a lot of changes to the platform, a lot of changes. You know, not too much, not, you know, not sticklerish, but something that improves the overall experience on Counterpunch Boxing News. We're pushing 100K now. So we're going towards that particular plateau. So that's what we have. Okay, I guess she's just sitting there on her phone. Don't get canned and don't jump out on me because you're through texting, darling. Okay. King Mike Hall in the building. What's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. Man, listen. I can tell you something strange, though. The strange thing is, we will get a chance to experience 2 New Year's bashes. Because, you know, I'm going to go live. I'm going to try anyway, you know, to go live back to back. So in what, 15 minutes, in 15 minutes, peeps, we will experience the first 2025 in the UK, the, how do you guys say it? The British time zone, Great Britain time zone, something like that. Hit the like button, lads. Let's make this go with a bang. Absolutely. Let's talk about that fight. What fight, Whitey? Which one? Big Glow. Happy New Year's to my favorite boxing channel. Big Glow. Thank you, brother. Counterpunch to you. Let's talk about what fight. What fight we're talking about. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. What fight are we talking about? Parker versus Dubois. Nice. You know what, man? I like, man, you know something? It's crazy, though. See, I say the same thing. I think Joseph Parker would actually be a this guy shining this light, this shining the light. Yeah, you got this big stupid truck with those LED, you know, those crazy lights. Parker by unanimous decision. Chris, Happy New Year's. Kurt from New Zealand. It's Happy New Year's Day here. We're excited this year for our boy. Nice. Okay. I mean, who are we talking about? Are we talking about Joseph Parker? Are we talking about Jaya Pataya? Who are we talking about? Who are we talking about? Aaron, Happy New Year's to you, brother. But no, I like Joseph Parker, man. Joseph Parker sounds like a cool cat, like a solid bloke. Solid bloke. Solid bloke. I think people will be surprised how that fight will be. Because remember, Joseph Parker, he's not an AJ. You know, those styles of AJ and Joseph Parker are so different. You know, the only barometer that I have about Joseph Parker was, when did he fight Dillian Whyte? He fought Dillian Whyte, what, in 2018? That's been 6 years ago, damn near 7. So that being said, you have now a Joseph Parker that feels that he needs to circumvent. He needs to make changes. He needs to, you know, do certain things in prepping and, you know, get bigger and all that stuff. I tell anybody this about heavyweights. Heavyweights, any heavyweight can have an underrated punch. Yeah. Junior Fall. Shout out to Junior Fall. We salute you. Yeah, man. Y'all don't talk about Junior Fall, bro. Junior, you know, some people have it, some people don't. You know, so it's a lot of it's a lot of different levels. Junior Fall. Yeah, man. That man got hit. Bow! That dude got hit, and he was like, yeah, the dude, he starts saying yes. When you start getting hit and you say yes, oh, that's a problem. And you don't mean to say yes, it's a problem. So, Ed Ellerby, what up? Kurt Parker just tried to just outbox him. I believe he will get caught in the 7. Well, here's my thing. I look at Joseph Parker and Dillian Whyte. I look at that fight very carefully, and that fight was not a one-sided beatdown. It was not. You know, Dillian Whyte got a knockdown. Joseph Parker got a knockdown. And what people don't really talk about is, and we're going to talk about right now, right before, what time is it? Wait, let's see. Okay, cool. We got 10 minutes. Okay. Well, let's talk about Joseph Parker and Dillian Whyte. See, Dillian Whyte was that somewhat second of command, wasn't he not? Wasn't he a second of command in the Matchroom stable? Wasn't he? I mean, let's think about it. Okay, you had AJ, of course. You had the future of Matchroom, you know, the cash cow guy, you know, all the endorsements and stuff like that. Then you had Dillian Whyte, the guy that, you know, only AJ beat at the time. And then you had Joseph Parker, and Joseph Parker became the WBO champion by beating Andy Ruiz. And what people needed to respect in that whole spectrum was the fact that Andy Ruiz was not to take lightly, because Andy Ruiz did not win a decision against Joseph Parker. It wasn't like Joseph Parker went in there and put a whooping on Andy Ruiz. It was the fact that Andy Ruiz, with his style, we learned about that fight. Andy Ruiz is a good combination puncher. He has good hand speed. He has good upper body movement. He doesn't have good footwork, but Joseph Parker did. So Joseph Parker, go down to the body, and then come back up, then move, then move, then move. Whereas Andy was trying to put punches together when he could stabilize Joseph Parker, which really wasn't a lot of times. So that being said, Joseph Parker fighting Anthony Joshua for the unification. So then you had the WBA, then you had the IBF, then the WBO champion, Joseph Parker, came in to fight. And those guys, you know, it was an awkward fight. And it wasn't one of the, again, it was another fight that it wasn't really a dominant performance. See, one thing that we can be thankful for is we technically seen in the heavyweight division in 2 fights, 2 stoppages, one by KO, another one by TKO, and not by that order. Let's start in order. TKO. We all know Alexander Usyk stopped Tyson Fury. It's just the ref gave him a pass. We know this. Tyson Fury was stopped by Alexander Usyk. Let me say it again. Tyson Fury was stopped by Alexander Usyk in the 9th round. Okay? See, you can argue that more, a lot more, than you can argue Deontay Wilder over the low count. But it's the same concept because it's the ref's discretion, you know, preference, right? Discretion. There you go. That's the word. So, that being said, then we had AJ knocked Spark out trying to get that IBF belt from Daniel Dubois. So we got 2 people, we had 2 knockouts. Versus back then, you had guys like Joseph Parker and Dillian Whyte. Then you had Joseph Parker and Anthony Joshua. You know, and you had fights like that. And those fights like that, you know, were very mediocre, really. They weren't exciting. I mean, actually, Dillian Whyte versus Joseph Parker was way more exciting than Joseph Parker and Anthony Joshua. You see what I mean? So, listen, I think that fight between Joseph Parker and Daniel Dubois will show how well Joseph Parker can adapt to someone that comes in to beat you up. Because one thing about Daniel Dubois and Dillian Whyte, they don't fight the same, but they come to do damage to you. They're very aggressive. They're also offensive fighters. You know, and I would love to see Dillian Whyte and Daniel Dubois. It's like some fights I just want to see just to see how those fights will air out, because you never know. You know, because I like Dillian Whyte's ability to land that left hook. You see what I mean? I think Dillian Whyte was a lot better 6 years ago when he was smaller. I think Joe Parker gonna beat Dan the Man Dubois. Trash can is done. It's already New Year's for me. Happy New Year's to everyone, and stay blessed with your families. Love you, Kurt CP. Jay, Counterpunch to you. Where you at? I feel like White would get clipped. White probably could get clipped, because you got someone that's coming in, bat, 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 beep. That's all it takes. Over. Dillian Whyte will fold. I would hope it is later than earlier, because see, if it's earlier, then we won't see a scrap. We won't see the potential. We won't see the exchanges. We won't see the challenge. We won't see these things if Daniel goes out there and lays out Dillian Whyte. But it would also show the instinct, like, hey, we know this guy has a weak chin to uppercuts. Let's throw uppercuts early. Let's get him out of here now, then later. Okay, so yeah, I want to see that. But Joseph Parker, Daniel Dubois, I look at it. Oh, you're in Spain. Counterpunch to you, brother. I want to see Trash Can versus Lewis. What's trash? Who's Trash Can? Or Luis Ortiz, not Lewis. I don't think Parker can hold Dubois off for 12 rounds. No, I think though, I don't know, because Daniel Dubois definitely has more of a offensive game than Deontay Wilder, because that's what we're dealing with. We're dealing with the fighters that Joseph Parker's fought based on what he did with them. Yes, he had problems with Dillian Whyte. He did. He had problems with Dillian Whyte. But since he had problems with Dillian Whyte, what does that mean moving forward? What does that mean of Daniel Dubois? Daniel Dubois, he's got all the attributes now, you know, and I just wonder though, what the hell was wrong with him for just like doing what he did, like in that Usyk fight, like, he's back and he just got out like that. It's almost like that punch startled him more than hurt him. Then it makes you think, like, okay, what kind of punch was that? It looks like that Muhammad Ali, that bat when he caught Sonny Liston, and Sonny Liston came down and rolled all around and all that. You know what I mean? And I'm like, okay, well, what the hell is this really? You know, Dillian Whyte is too slow and top heavy. He needs to lose some weight. That big Michelin man, Muffet top having ass dude. And it's crazy because I've seen his I've seen his true potential. When you can see someone that is performing at a certain way, and you can see and understand why they are performing at a certain way, and then they don't use it. It's almost like, y'all should pay me to help Dillian, not the other way around. We got 2 minutes, guys. We got 2 minutes. Lee Foster is saying that White is built like a Flintstone club. I'm in better shape than Trash Can White, and the guy is a pro athlete on the sauce. We got 1 minute, guys. We have 1 minute. Okay. There we go. Cool. All right. So, you are beautiful. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. You're only as good as I feel, man, really. Okay. Can I ask you a question? Are you related to Atul Turk? You look Turkish. Nope, I'm not Turkish. Okay, all right. Let's see. Okay, guys, it is officially New Year's! Happy New Year's, everyone! John, Stuart, Linda, King Mike Hall 2 times, because we're going to do this again, because I know you over here. It's still 2024, but you guys got something more. Bars, Modern King Boxing in the building. What's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. Bryce Productions. Hi, 2025. You passive dog, you. Andreas Martin, happy new one. M. Albert, happy new year. Count. School of 50 in the building. Scants Rants. DeVille, you shouldn't have brought the drums. You should have brought the drum. Man, you know something crazy? I had some confessions, man. I had some confessions. But anyway, we'll talk about that. Hoof-hearted. Where is the New Year's? It's only 7 p.m. on the East Coast. Hey, man, it's in the UK. Big up UK, big up England, big up. Happy New Year. Happy New Year, blokes. Mate. Bro, been streaming since last year. Dad joke time. Counterpunch to you. Not in the greatest state of Maine. Still got 5 years left. Getting it in America too. Yep. Fizz, you already know. We got to do it both. And by that time, it'll be what? Here it'll be 6 in the morning where you guys are. You guys will be partied out, dude. I don't know how the clubs are. Now I'm in Texas now, but like in Louisiana, bro, the clubs are stupid. Louisiana's just a bunch of drunks. Heavy drinkers, let's put it that way. And people don't close to 6 a.m. And it's crazy. I mean, they don't close to six. Some clubs will close at 3, 2, you know. But then, like, casinos don't close for one and for two. Nolan Norwood, counterpunch to you, Carl. You a wild man. Who's good? What's Carl say? Go get the baby oil. It's Mr. Nasty time. 6 a.m. is insanity. Yeah, man. Yeah, people linger, man. They linger and like, man, I've been in like situations where you going out, you club hopping, you're bar hopping, you're doing whatever hopping. I got a brother of mine, man. He's going out with this girl that he's been trying to, for a long time. And pretty girl or whatever. And they're gonna go bar hopping. And the weirdest thing about Louisiana culture is, Rene Padilla in the building. What's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. Carl, behave or leave. Mama Lou putting that stern work on you. Just don't mention Diddy, you'll be fine. 5 hours in the UK. Okay, yeah, that's right. You're in Florida, right? Modern Kickboxing, man. Okay, I'm in Baltimore, and clubs on the New Year doesn't close until 6 a.m. Well, yeah. So you have to be in a situation where you got to be in a situation where you're in a different area. Well, that's crazy, but that's cool. Because I know in Miami, you can walk around with your drink. You just got to put it in a cup, at that time. But no, Louisiana, man, Louisiana's like, dude, there's that lady again with them bright lights. Yeah. Vermont, Kurt, peace, God. You're in Vermont? What part of Vermont? Chet Perry, hey Kurt, anybody have any resolutions? Yeah, I got a lot of them. I mean, really, they're just plans and goals. Like I've made some life changes a while back, that really helped me, and has it been easy? Hell no, it ain't been easy, especially when you're used. I'm from Louisiana. I'm used to drinking. Drinking, not drinking sounds weird. It sounds foreign. So, you know, and then the crazy thing is, for me, when I stop drinking, and then like someone introduces you a drink, and you say, "All right, I'll decide to have one." I look at that damn drink a long time. I'll look at it like, you know, Kurt, respect. Alex, counterpunch to you. You said the main part. The hell does that mean? For Vermont, man. You say the main part. Oh, that don't sound like you're not convincing me that you're from Vermont. And the reason why I know that is because I went to school in Vermont. Yeah. Jokers might get my location, Kurt. We can't be slipping in 2025. Let me tell you something. If you're in Vermont, you think if somebody gonna come way to Vermont to get you, do you understand Vermont is technically in Canada? Vermont is damn near in Canada, man. Hey, Kurt, anybody have any resolution? Did you just... Hold on, man. Hold on a second. No, man. So if you're in the state of Vermont, okay. Unless you made some enemies. B-Town. Yeah, you talking in code, but if you say B-Town, I understand. That's like, yeah. So, modern kickboxing, if you talk about B-Town, right, let me ask you this. You ever been to Big Daddy's Pizza? You been to Big Daddy's Pizza downtown? Ask Skip in the building. Counterpunch to you. My resolution is to do more running. Cardio is important for your heart. Yeah, it is. Absolutely. I'm the biggest brother in Vermont. They know me here. Kurt, who you spending New Year's Eve down there in Texas with, your family or friends? I would say both. I would say both, man. Big Daddy's Pizza. So that's what I was talking about. Kurt, what impact has Turkey done for boxing when it comes to the BS with the negotiations and promoter? He just threw the money there. See, a lot of times before, the networks would argue about the money and who's going to fork it, and then they would try to govern who they feel and what they feel they should spend, because those networks don't really like to come out of their pocket for boxing matches unless the boxing matches is promised to have a certain projection. That certain projection all depends on the marquee value of the fighter. So, but now the networks don't have to do a damn thing, because Turki Alalshikh is just paying the bills and, giving these guys these fight purses and every damn thing else. So, yeah, it's great for boxing because it takes the fear factor out of boxing, the the idea of loss out of boxing. See, if somebody else is forking the bill, no one's losing. The promoters are not losing because the promoters, they promise the networks that this particular fight, because this particular fighter is who this guy is, and because he's who he is, he's able to fill the seats, he's able to fill the pay-per-views. Therefore, you need to give me a certain amount of money. The networks will then say, you know what, you then need to show me what they're worth, okay? And what I'm going to do, we're going to give you a certain margin on how much money that you need to make before making what we say you can make. Because if you don't make that, guess what? That means you're a liar, promoter. That means your fighter does not see and feel the seats or the pay-per-views like you projected. Therefore, we're out. That's a network. Can't believe Triple D versus Parker is the co-main. That's how his excellently operates. No, because listen, no, Bivol versus Beterbiev needs to be respected for who they are. They are champions. They are elite fighters at light heavyweight. I think it's about time that someone started putting someone in charge that's not the most spoke after. There's a reason why he did that, because it's a much more important fight as far as belts, and bragging rights. Sure, they fought before, but they're fighting for absolutely every title. Daniel Dubois is just defending his IBF title. That's it. Exactly, Fizz. It's an undisputed fight. So, Kurt, Shields movie was fire, and Crawford about to squabble OG versus Canelo. That's a good New Year's. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I only want Wilder versus Whyte. We'll see about that. I don't think that fight will happen, because Wilder, he looks at Whyte as a has-been, and I think he always will be, because Whyte is a guy, even though Whyte lost after him, Deontay Wilder lost, he always looked at Whyte as some kind of peasant. He never really respected Whyte. So I don't think he would actually consider a fight with Whyte. Just, I think, based on the animosity, because what happens if he loses to Whyte? He'll be talked about bad. The first fight was great and nearly close. I think the person means that the event is too big. The event, Triple D versus Parker, is just the co-main. Wilder ducked Whyte for years. But why is his test at the point? I don't know, man. I really don't know. I think that's ego, pride, We have to understand that Deontay Wilder was around a lot of people that was pretty much telling him what to do. Jarrell should fight Deontay next. Yeah, I would like to see that fight. Jarrell, I mean, he's trying to get a fight with who? Who's he trying to get a fight with? I forget. Whyte missed the boat. He didn't get that title fight at his peak. But see, here's the thing. He could, he probably wouldn't in his peak, but he could have done a lot better. He could have done a lot better. You know. The J. Roos theory in the building. What's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. Yeah, you're an hour ahead, man. We're just, we just wishing everybody from the UK over that end of the world happy New Year's. If Wilder can reach back to the top level, not talking about becoming champ, that would be an impressive thing. Yeah, but I think I don't know. I mean, let's speak positive because you never know. I mean, all Wilder has to do is hit somebody and knock them out, and especially if he knocks out the right person, he will be right back where he was. Wilder got a pass from the WBC to not fight White. Happy New Year, Kurt. Conrad Francis. I'm not sure who beats Usyk. Father Time beats Usyk. Usyk beats Usyk. Darth Slagle. Counterpunch to you, brother. Wilder is washed or his competition is just increased. Well, I think I don't think he's washed, me personally. I just think he's stressed. And I think him trying to differentiate the fact, hey, should I go for the money and not be prepared for the money, but take the money while I'm here and then I take an ass whooping, or do I wait? He takes the ass whooping because he doesn't wait. He doesn't wait to gather a game plan. Kurt, who wins? Moses Atoma versus Andy Ruiz. I don't know. That's a dangerous fight for him. You guys are, hold on. You guys are trying to put Moses in there with all these people. I mean, it's fun to talk about. But when you actually put the pen to the paper, you're rushing someone like Moses Atoma. You're really rushing him. So, you're really rushing him, man. Seriously. Because someone like Andy Ruiz would upset him because, I mean, he's faster. Don't get me wrong, he's not stiff, he's not slow, he's not inexperienced, he's just young. Well, he is inexperienced. But I think he's a lot better than people think he is. Quan Big Guns in the building. What's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. Big Guns in the building. Yeah, man, I'm in HEB. How did you know? Yeah, man. Gonna pick up some stuff. Excuse me. Man, what is this? Kurt, do you think Wilder's hands are shot like Joe Calzaghe? Can't throw that big punch anymore. I don't know. That's a good question. But I mean, if they were, would you be surprised? That's the question you ask yourself. Would you be surprised? Darth, I agreed. His handlers are rushing him as well. Hope for Tyson's young record. Yeah, they trying to do something that's really kind of not, it's not normal to do that. Mike didn't set out to do that. That's just something that happened. When you set out to do something like that, like beat someone's record, that's not natural, that's dangerous, okay? That's a dangerous thing. Very, very, very dangerous. Because Mike was doing that, just knocking heads off. He was just clearing out a division just based on what he, what he could do and stuff, you know? So that being said, we have to take account in Moses Atoma trying to do something like that. Bro, I don't think that's a good idea because, see, now they're trying to scramble to see how they can make that a reality. And it's like, okay, well, dude, look, check this out. How do you make that a reality? You don't make it a reality. You make things naturally happen. You know? I guarantee you the person that beats Mike Tyson's record is the person that doesn't intend to beat Mike Tyson's record. I don't think that's something that's set in stone. What is everybody's last meal of 2024? Barbecue ribs, okra, potato salad. Chet Perry, that sounds good, man. That sounds real good. Yeah. Let's see. The speed and that fire he had in him made Wilder's power. Yeah, a lot of times I think he intimidated people, to be fair. I think Wilder intimidated people. Oh, it's brisket bread. You guys making me hungry. And I'm in a grocery store, man. You know? That's not cool. Got me in a grocery store talking about food and I'm hungry. Yeah, I think this is a bad place to be. I think for everybody that is hungry, just go somewhere and eat something first, then go to the grocery store. Then you'll get only what you want to eat for tomorrow or something like that. There we go. But I tell you, this is good, man. This right here. Yeah, cranberry, pecan, turkey salad. Yeah, it's good stuff. Good stuff, Maynard. Huh. Let me see what they have here. So I came in here for something that's not here. Now I'm sad. Let's see what we have here. Man, would be good. Some garlic and herb salmon right now. That would be dope. They don't have it. See, everybody done bought them out of house and home. You know. Let's see what we got here. Excuse me, sir, you got any bacon wrapped shrimp? Any bacon wrapped shrimp? Do you have any bacon wrapped shrimp?
If any place in, what you call it, real simple area.
Real simple area, okay. No, I didn't see any over there, so that means no. Kurt, who wins? Daniel Dubois versus Frank Sanchez. That's a good fight. Frank, you know what? Frank gets caught on the ropes, and I think what happens is Frank might get bombarded with shots, you know? He doesn't like to be pressured. He likes to take his time, box, keep the distance, use his explosiveness, you know, especially when he's throwing counters, because he's explosive when he throws those counters. So, that being said, Let's see. I mean, it'll be a hard fight for Frank because Frank likes to kind of linger on the ropes. That's how Cabello got him. Now I know, and I'm aware of his knee issue or injury or whatever, but still, all in all, he does the same thing. You know, he kind of lingers on the ropes. And I don't think he likes it. I don't think he likes that pressure. You know what? I'm not going to wait all this time here because I guarantee you the very next HEB I go to will have everything I want. So I don't want to go nowhere. Kurt, can Macaulay get a title shot in 2025? He'll get one. He just has to keep winning. But under any circumstances, Martin Macaulay cannot, I repeat, he cannot lose. Because the minute he loses, they will give everybody the excuse not to give him one. A guy like Martin Macaulay has to keep winning. A guy like Cabello has to keep winning. Those guys are in a situation where they got to keep winning. They have to keep winning. That's it. Yeah, man. Bacon wrapped shrimp, but they didn't have any. They didn't have any bacon wrapped shrimp. So I'm like, dude, that sucks. You know, so I'm going to the next spot. Kurt, I'm tired of these fans hyping up Torres as a killer. Silver medalist, but he fights tuna cans. He is another Johnny Fisher to me. Calling big guns. We have to see what these guys are made of. Understand, man. I mean, this is a combat sport. You know, and come on, man. Now these, they're all smiling and everything. Dude, I could have trampled you guys. All that crap y'all doing. Torres is probably our last hope. Well, I just think we just need to keep in mind, man, that these fighters, you know, have, especially the ones that, the hype is pretty much a lot of times all they have until they show you what their skill is like. That's it. Hope, wing, and a prayer. That's it. A lot of these guys that, you know, we might like, we might root for, we might wish, we might hope, you know, we might want these guys to do whatever they do. But, you know, push come to shove, man, it's like, all right, these are just people, man. These are just fighters. As soon as someone catches them with something that they've never seen, set them up with a trap that they've never seen, that's it. That's a wrap. You know? Man, this traffic's brutal. Kurt, who would you like to see personally Usyk fight with next? Anybody that's as mandatory. His mandatories. I mean, that's what AJ did, and what made me respect Usyk. Usyk did the same thing. See, Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury, they know nothing about mandatories as far as multiple weight, like multiple belts. And it comes with a price because you're spending half the time fighting mandatories, which is something that you're supposed to do. Voluntaries are just voluntaries. You know, you want something that you have to do. What would you rather do? Something that your boss said you had to do, or something that your boss said you can voluntarily do? You see what I mean? That's what I look at when you're talking about boxing as far as voluntary and mandatory. You got to put some respect on the mandatory's name, because if you don't do that, it all really, you have to distinct and you have to make it apparent that mandatory is important. Because when people start talking about voluntaries, and voluntaries become more or just as important as mandatories, you know, things stop meaning what they're supposed to mean. Get your ass in there. Damn. This dude pulled in all slow. And you got all these cars, they just driving, man. They just driving. Oh, man. Traffic sucks, man. White is not as good as he used to be. No, he's not. He's overweight. He's older. I don't know if he has punch resistance. We don't know. Kurt, Richard Torres versus Dillian Whyte would be interesting. Dillian Whyte ain't going to fight nobody young. Dillian Whyte is he's selectively picking fighters. You go from Christian Hammer, then you go to Christian Hammer to Tata, Ebenezer Tata, or Teta. No, he's picking fights, bro. He's picking strategically. He's picking fights. That's what he's doing. The IBF are the most reputable governing body. The rest should follow their example. They're not going to do it because the rest are worried about getting paid. The IBF don't care. White just wants a payday. Parker would smoke White now. White would KO Torres. Torres is fighting tuna cans. A lot of these mandatory fighters aren't usually the biggest money move. Blame the job. Well, they should make them mandatory. I don't care how big they are. It gives somebody that you never heard of the opportunity to work himself up to the ranks and then fight for the championship, regardless of who he is or who his promoter is or what network represents him. You know? See, isn't it remarkable to see someone... Isn't it remarkable to see someone on the B side knock out the A side? See, that's poetic justice right there. When you got a guy on the B side knocking out somebody on the A side, yeah. That's poetic justice, man. Kurt, do you think Dillian Whyte is going to cherry pick the wrong opponent? Well, yeah, I think so. I mean, I think he already has. See, what made Jermaine Franklin was the fact that people thought that he was this fat, no-name fighter that was undefeated, that somebody just wanted to throw on their resume. He was not. He was a tough game fighter. Did he beat Dillian Whyte? No, he didn't beat Dillian Whyte, but he won a series of rounds, and he made Dillian Whyte respect him. Even though Dillian Whyte was trying to put him out, even though, Franklin was hurt, he was a bit parched, but no, I think, he got the AJ fight after that, and he did pretty good. He had AJ's nose bloody. Nobody with sense is fighting relatively unknown when they could just cash out at the time. Yeah, it happens though, man. White versus Wilder would be good. It would get them both motivated because they generally dislike each other. You know something crazy? Based on the fighters that Wilder has fought, I don't see why he shouldn't fight Dillian Whyte. I don't see why he wouldn't have. I would like to see that. Dick knew by AJ to fight Franklin instead of White. Yeah, I mean, Dillian Whyte should have took him out. And the way that he won, that makes guys like AJ and Eddie, that make them start definitely looking at opportunities out, right? Well, hey, we don't have to fight him since he didn't do that to Jermaine Franklin. In fact, let's fight Jermaine Franklin. That's what happened. See, they justify the performance or the lack of performance with Dillian Whyte, which I don't think it was a bad performance. I just think, and I just feel that Jermaine Franklin was a lot tougher than people thought he was. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. How many fights for the legacy now? I don't know. It depends. We need a days of reckoning too. Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do need a days of reckoning too, man. Kurt, what do you think is the next step for Anthony Joshua? Joshua, I think he should wait on Tyson Fury or the rematch with Daniel Dubois. That's pretty much it, man. I don't, he's fought enough people. His resume stacked enough. He's made enough money. I think he has a couple stops he needs to make before getting out of the sport. That's what I think about AJ. How much is legacy worth? Good question. I wanted AJ to rematch. He may rematch. I mean, it depends on what Dubois does. But I'm going to tell you, if Joseph Parker beats him, it'll make Anthony Joshua not look so bad because AJ already has a win over Joseph Parker. Would you do your job at a company for the legacy or for your paycheck? It depends on what company. But no, it's all about the dollars, man. It's all about the dollars. Unless it's just something like this. It's something, I have a channel, I have you guys, I post, I do well. I can't complain. I can, but I'm not because it's stupid. But as far as something else, nah, bro, I wouldn't just do it for fun. This ain't games. Would you do your job? Okay, you already got that. All right. Dude, come on. Wilder versus Anderson. Yeah, they were going to feed Wilder to Anderson until Anderson got beat up too. So everybody got their ass whooped. Jarrell Miller, Jared Anderson, Deontay Wilder, Michael Hunter on a damn exhibition, so it didn't really count. I wanted AJ to rematch Dubois. He still may, man. I think I already covered that, though. What else we got? As far as I know, I'm not wrong, then it will be like another year for AJ before he gets back into the ring. Let's hope not. That rebuilding, I don't think he needs to rebuild. If anything, he may need a new trainer that can pay attention to him and find out the mistakes that he's making. That would make more sense to me. You can make good money fighting for legacy, for example, Usyk versus Crawford. Nah, that's too big of a weight class difference. Delhi, happy New Year, Kurt. Love from Lagos, Nigeria. I saw AJ yesterday, actually. Yeah, he's in Nigeria. Yeah, I seen that clip. You know, he's in the motherlands and things. I'm not surprised Usyk needs an extended break. I think Fury will get one too after 2 fights in 6 months. Yeah, they both need one, and I think they should both get accustomed to fighting twice a month, not once a month or any of that. AJ needs to get Claudius. I hear you. You can lead him to water, but you can't make him drink. AJ needs, yeah, let's see. Yeah. He needs somebody with a boxing brain, an offensive one and defensive one. So, you guys, I am glad to share the New Year's with you. Happy New Year's to everybody from the UK. Big up, England. Big up. And ours is coming soon. If you want to join us on the next New Year's here, Central Standard Time. Of course, please tune in, like, and share. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.